Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another Ramble session on a Monday. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you had a great week and a great weekend. Welcome if you're new here, and welcome back if you are returning. Glad everyone is here. So, I think today we're going to stuff the journal. Guys, oh my heavens. All of this, right? I've decorated my whole book. Okay, and what is today? The 27th, okay? So you guys are seeing this on the 28th. We only have a couple more days. Oh my gosh, of April, right? Okay, I have until Thursday. I have not written in any of this. Okay, now I have all my notes. Don't get me wrong. I have all my notes, but oh my heavens to Betsy. Yeah, it is what it is. I will get it done. I'm not fretting over it or anything like that. But yeah, I would like to get all the writing in. But I did you guys saw up to here, right? Where I was NED, that means no existing disease. So yay. And then this is where I started again. So I did come in here. I do believe it was yesterday, maybe on Saturday. I came in here. No, it was not Saturday because yesterday we went to our kids' new house. Yes. My daughter and her boyfriend, they have officially not moved in, but they are official owners, of their new house. And so my husband and I went over there yesterday and started we help them, which I need this out here also because my daughter and I cleaned her master bathroom, and then um my husband went to assess certain things in the house, and then what else? Um oh yeah, and then he helped them tape up some of the living space for painting. And yeah, so yesterday they have crown molding in the living area, so they started painting that and the baseboards. So they're starting to get their painting done. And yeah, once they get a few things cleaned, like deep cleaned, and painted, the main living area and their bedroom and bathroom painted, I think they're gonna finally move in. So I think move-in date might be next weekend. Yeah. So that's super exciting for them. But that's what we did yesterday. So it must have been Friday that I came in here. Maybe. Is that when I did? Nope. I didn't do it then either. Huh. Must have been Thursday. Okay, anyway. So yeah, so I did some of this stuff. Um this is though from a week ago. So yeah, the flowers and the blueberry bush that my kids got the other day. This was Easter. Yep. So I did all of this. This, oh my goodness, guys. This is the beginning of, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Plant a garden. Yes. So on Monday, I planted a garden I have raised beds. And these letters right here, as well as these numbers, all come from Loveland's Life. I will leave her um, links below. Okay. Yeah, and then I put these little stickers on that come from this right here, which came from Grabby. So yeah, I'm had a lot of fun using those. And also on one of the days, oh, it'll no, yeah, I can't remember, but anyway, this in here is a picture of my kids' new house. Well, new to them. Anyway, yeah, I planted all my garden sunflowers, marigolds, which help to keep certain things away, as far as eating, the vegetable plant. And then here are my little garden beds. Yeah, they're little raised beds. And these are the things that I planted. So I planted basil. And what I did with these is I took these seed packets, right? Just so you know, I took the seed packets and I put them on my copy machine and I reduced them. I can't remember how much. It could have been 50% perhaps. Maybe it was 50% or smaller. I can't remember. But anyway, and then printed them out so that I could use them in my book. So I love doing that with either like books or with shows that we're watching or little things like this. So I planted some basil, some cucumbers, some cilantro, some kale, some dill, some radishes for my son, and tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. So we'll see how they go. But can I tell you, I went out the other day. Let me see when it was. On Friday, I had planted my garden on Monday. By Friday, my cucumbers were coming up. Oh my goodness, so happy. So, yeah, this is the first time I've ever planted a garden. Yeah. The only other time I planted something that was edible was when we were experimenting and learning about plants when the kids were little, and we planted radishes because they're so easy to grow and very quick growing. And yeah, and so that was super exciting. But oh my gosh, it is like I've never planted a garden before, and it's so exciting. Like, I go out there every morning to check on my little plants, and it's amazing how much they grow in, a 24-hour period. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it, and I can't wait till other things start popping up. Yes, so fun. So anywho, so that was that, and that was fun. Oh, and you want to know what else I did? Oh my goodness. Okay. I made a huge boo-boo. Let me find the page. Oh my gosh, I was not happy with myself, but easily remedied. Okay. What was it? Okay, look at this page here. So, Good Friday was on the 18th, right? Now, this label underneath it said the 11th, which would be what this day would have been, right? No, yeah, 10th. It would have been Friday the 11th. So, I was not paying attention, right? And my in my calendar that I look at for my notes, I had it turned to the 18th, right? But I had my book turned to the 11th. And I did not pay attention at all. I was just having so much fun painting this thing for Good Friday. This is, my lettering cut out. And I love the way this page turned out. I did watercolor on the background, and this was from my stash. I made it into a pocket. And so then I turn the page to do this page, and I'm looking, or something like that. No, I think I had done these pages at any rate. I turned the page to look, and I'm like, the 12th. And I was like, wait a minute. And I looked, of course, to my calendar that said the 18th and realized I had done the 11th, Friday the 11th, as Good Friday, which, of course, it was not. It was the 18th. So, all of that to say, easy fix. Okay. So, yes, my book does go from the 10th to the 18th and then back to the 12th, right? Oh, well. So, yeah, I just found another date and stuck that on there for the 18th. And this is a little pocket, leaving this in here, for when I journal. But oh my gosh, I could not believe I had done that. Yeah, I don't even know what I was thinking. So then back here, 15, 16th, 17th. Yeah. So I just made this Friday the 11th. So when I go in my book, I will have to remember to look on Friday the 11th for what happened. Okay. Yeah, it happens. It happens to the best of us. So I thought that was a funny little thing. And these letters right here, or numbers right here, I love them. I love the color of them and all of that. They come from Messy Missy Creates. So I will leave her link below as well. Yep. So there's that. And I decorated these pages, Easter, my garden. Oh my gosh, I am so proud of that thing. Okay, and then I did nothing. This was a candle that my daughter got from a friend at work. Um, and so now we're gonna stuff the journal. So let us see. On Tuesday, you know what? Wait, back here. No, I probably won't even put it back there, but I do have these here. So I need to maybe I'll just use a green one for talking to my daughter. Yeah, I spoke with her every day of the week this week. Let's see. Um, okay, we went to, let's see where it is in here. I don't know which would, what might be easier? Yeah. Okay, let's do this. What might be easier is to put these things in here. Yeah, because I know where these go. So I had some, I love these things. The watermelon Haribo things. Yum. So this happened on Saturday. My kids are, all the kids are coming over tonight for a roast dinner. So my husband's busy doing that. So this day, we helped at their house. I helped my daughter clean. This right here is for today because my husband, he's so sweet. He made these oatmeal cookies. So I'm just going to quickly cut them out. And then what I normally do is, well, depending on how much I have to say in the book, come on now, I either I'll staple this in, or yeah, as like a little flippy do thing, like I'll staple it on the page like this so that it goes in and out. Doesn't matter. Yeah. So that's what I do with that. I love using packaging, obviously. This here, I don't know. I'll probably just stick it right over here as a pocket. Yeah. Okay, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This goes here. Okay. And then look what happened. See, like these are my cucumbers now. Just in a few days. Look at them. So cool. And then I'm going to have to build my own um, miniature version of it, like a trellis or whatever those things are in gardens, so that my cucumbers can grow on that. And then this morning I went out and you can barely see it right there. A little marigold coming up. Yeah, so super exciting. So this was on today. Um Friday. That goes today. Oh, that's another one. This goes, it's not a very clear picture. It's very dark. But anyway, this is the kid's new house, and so my daughter sent me a picture last night saying that they got the trim in the main room done. And yeah, that was super cute. That she sent me that, and I said, "Oh, well, does, your boyfriend like it?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, he said he thinks it looks fancy." Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Okay, and now let me see. So this is Victoria's Secret. We went the other day to Victoria's Secret because that is where I get my perfume. I have worn this perfume for years, and in fact, hmm, I have the box right here. Okay. It's called Heavenly. Oh my gosh. And it does smell heavenly. Like I said, I've worn it. It's like the only fragrance I wear. And so usually every Mother's Day or every other Mother's Day, my husband buys me this. So we went to the mall and we got the perfume. And so I think I'm going to cut this out of the box later and save this and put this on the page for Mother's Day, right? But because we went, and then they give you this great bag too, but this, in all honesty, would make a fantastic journal. Yeah. With the little handles, I would cut it here and here. You can always cover this up with something. And then you cut the bottom part off and then just make your own spine for it. Yeah. It's a really, you can, yeah, it makes a really cute journal if you're interested in that. Now, oh, this is, or has the fragrance on it. Oh my gosh, does it smell delish. Okay, so what I'll probably do is go something like that. Cut this off at the bottom, make it a little tag or something, and maybe even write heavenly on here. Yeah, I don't need this at all. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, I'll figure that out. So when did we go for that? We went to that on Friday. Okay, so that goes here. We went to a place called the Key West Diner. We did that on Friday as well, and it was very yummy. We also had to pick up some end tables for My daughter's boyfriend. Yeah, he had purchased them. And then weirdly enough, like I don't even know how these people stay in business because for number one, the lady who like runs the place or whatever, just really must be a miserable woman. Yeah, she's just not the nicest person. Anyway, we got the end tables and that's all that matters. Um, and then they like mm, yeah, my daughter's boyfriend texted my husband and said, "Hey, the furniture place is literally like 5 minutes from our house." And he said, "Would you be able to pick up the end tables because they're only open or they only allow you to pick up your merchandise from 9 to 10 on weekday mornings." How ridiculous is that? Like, how do you do business that way? Anyway, like I said, end result was we got the end tables. So that was good. Oh my goodness, but what a nightmare, huh? Okay. And then let me see. Okay, on Wednesday, this right here goes on Wednesday because Wednesday, my husband made me loco moco, and that is a Hawaiian dish. Yeah, will this fit on here? Yeah. I'll put it just like that, and I'll probably just glue it here and here to make it like a belly band. Maybe I'll even put it right here. But anyway, it's typically it's a bed of rice, which he didn't make rice. We had mashed potatoes and that was fine with me. So mashed potatoes as the base, and then you have like a hamburger patty on top of that with mushroom onion brown gravy on top of that, and then fried eggs on top of that. Yes, it is delicious. Yeah. So we had that. Also on this day, I painted. Oh, here are some pictures of my kids' house. They they were testing out paint colors. This lighter one is for the living room. They have navy blue on it right now and they don't like it, which I don't blame them. So they're going to get this light beige color. And then in their bedroom, it's this, which is kind of like a smoky, sagey green color. But yeah, so they were doing that. And then, yes, I finally started on painting these flowers for a freebie. So when I get a few more on here, then yes, I will have them for some freebies. So there's that. So that's what these are for. These are also from Loveland's Life, I do believe. And so they're just like paint tubes. Yep, that I was going to put on here to denote that I painted this day. So there's that. Let me see what else. Okay. Dunkin' Donuts. So we went to Dunkin' Donuts yesterday to take some donuts over to the kids in the morning. There you go. Um, and then let's see. We went to Dollar Tree and Publix one of these days. Let me see here. Um, when did we go? Oh, that's weird. Let me see. Because we didn't go out very many days this week at all. Okay, we did this on Tuesday, I think. Yes, Tuesday. We were in search of this book we got for my daughter-in-law, which I can tell you about because they don't watch my videos. But so Tuesday we went to Dollar Tree and yeah, Publix. We had found at Dollar Tree this little board book and it says Mama, I think it says Mama loves you. And then there's a Daddy loves you. And there's some other one like Nana loves you and I love us or something like that. And so we bought two of them a while ago. One of them was Mama Loves You. And I had both the books on my dresser. And so I was looking at them the other day, and the other one is not Daddy Loves You. We are getting them for the kids for Mother's Day and Father's Day. And so yeah, so this day we were on the search for the Daddy Loves You, and we could not find it anywhere. So annoying. But anyway, there's that. Okay. And then I'll hold this up so you can read it if you want. You can take a screenshot of it or whatever. And it is about a life well lived. A life well lived is when you fall in love with the mundane everyday moments, right? So I'm going to put this in my journal. Maybe on this day here, I don't know. But that is the whole reason I journal, okay? is to record those mundane things. I know a lot of people, when they journal or they scrapbook or however they document their life, they do it in such a way where they're recording events, large events in their life, perhaps the birth of a grandchild, or, the purchase of a home, or a birthday, an anniversary, a graduation, whatever. But my journals, and you know this if you've been on my channel for any length of time, my journals are definitely the recording of a mundane life. And I do think that those mundane moments are important, Mundane moments like going out every single morning to my garden box and seeing if anything else has popped up. Might seem mundane to other people, but to me, it is one of the highlights of my day, right? So, anyway, I really liked that. This, yeah, yeah, I just love it. So, there's that. And then this is at the end of the day, the most important people are the ones who track your entire flight on flight radar rather than wait for your landed text. I do this to my daughter all the time. I'm like, give me your flight number. And then I have it on the tracker like the whole time she's in flight. And I'm checking it like every, 15 minutes. Okay, she's over this state. Okay, whatever. Anyway, I thought it was funny. I sent it to my daughter, and yeah, it was funny. So I think maybe I'll just put that there. I talk to her every day, so there's who knows when I sent it. And then this one here, it says C.S. Lewis said, "Children are not a distraction from more important work. They are the most important work. In the end, the legacy that matters won't be what you built in the world. It will be who you raised and whether they felt seen, safe, and loved in your presence." Mm, yes, okay, yes. They are the most important work. Now, in our family, and my kids always knew this, first, love of God, second, love of, in my case, husband. Okay. Then the children come. Yeah. I mean, that's just how it was always, because when you love your spouse and your kids see how you love your spouse, that is the cornerstone of, raising your children, and, making sure, that they are loved, but making sure that you and your husband are the most important, Yeah. So anyway, so there's that. I think that is just so, so important. Maybe I'll put that on that day. And then this one here was from a sweet girlfriend. I haven't talked to her in so long, but I saw this on Facebook. And it says chronically ill and disabled people don't really have 24 hours in a day. We have what are called usable minutes or hours. This is time that can be spent doing something outside of bed. On a good day, I might have 3 hours, if all, and only if I sit. Time isn't the same for us. That is so, so true. So that's, for the person who's chronically ill, or disabled. Yeah. That I think I would put on, um I don't know, maybe this day. And then this is something also that goes along with this. There are some weeks you'll move mountains. There are some weeks you'll bravely make it out of bed. Whatever kind of week you're having, just remember you are beautiful, strong, and incredibly brave. Yep. I saved this to my phone because I want to send it to somebody. So that kind of goes with that. This right here, I did do a little bit bigger, because if there happens to be a day this week where we did not do all that much, then I have this where I can put like on a big side of the spread, right? So there's that. I'm going to keep that up there somewhere. And then this one here, I thought was interesting. I'm going to cut this part off because I'm not a fan of that, but please take pictures of me with my kids. I'm always the one behind the camera, and I want my kids to have pictures with me too. Yes. Um, I did this one actually for my daughter-in-law. So my hope is that, I do take like candid pictures of her or of my son, with their child, because so often we are the ones behind, the camera. Like, I look at past pictures of me, not that I'm complaining, mind you, but they're very pictures of me are very far and few between, because I'm always the one taking the picture. So, yes, moms out there, remember to have somebody else take a picture of you with your kids so that, you can have those memories as well. I'm not sure where I'm going to put that. Maybe I'll put it there. Okay. And then this I thought was just hilarious. May your fitted sheets stay on all four corners tonight. Oh my gosh. The littlest things crack me up. So that's super cute. Okay. Now we have, let's see, I think here, yeah. So I need to get some phones. Maybe I'll just put a blue one, a light blue one here. And then I have this one here. Because, yes, I spoke to my daughter every day this week. Sometimes, um, like she doesn't call me, or she gets a call like from her boyfriend or something on the way home from work and she doesn't have time to call me. But generally speaking, oh my God, this smells so good. Generally speaking, yeah, we speak every single day. So I think we'll just do that there. And was that Friday? I can't remember. Yes, that was Friday. So I don't need any more of that. Okay, what I do need is right here, I see, is a vacuum. And this is going to go on today's page because, yes, my husband vacuumed and mopped yet again. What else do we have here? Oh gosh. Okay, I did film. Okay, so on the 23rd, I filmed 2 videos. So again, I go in, I need bigger ones than that. I filmed. Yep. Okay, so on the 23rd, 22nd, this is the 23rd. Okay, maybe we'll just do a purple one. Yeah, why not? So that, yes. And um let me see. I don't think I need any of these. There might be a couch put in here at some point, but I'll have to do that I um when I, do my thing. When I do my thing. Okay, so this, let me see. On this started Monday. Woke with a headache. Oh my goodness, it's terrible. Okay, so had a headache. I might just stick it down there. Um I put these in here for, one because it is something that happened that day, but number two, it is nice to be able to track, you know, certain things. So woke with a headache this day, unfortunately, and woke with a headache that day. So there's that. Now let me see if there's anything else. Where were these? In fact, I'm sure I'll find them somewhere. Okay, right here. Okay. Nothing really for Remy except, you know what? He is exhausting and that goes on Saturday. But so I'll put one of these little ones, but I need to make bigger ones. Yeah. So Saturday, oh my gosh. Now, I guess it's our fault. We've allowed him to get into this habit now of, is that this day? Yeah. Of going in and out, in and out, in and out, so he'll come in from outside and, he'll, generally speaking, he sees, this is what happens. Okay. My husband's in the kitchen doing something. The kitchen is within line sight of our sliding glass doors. The dog sees him in the kitchen and immediately thinks that there's food involved. So he comes to the door and whines to come in. We let him in. Perhaps there is a snack awaiting, and he has his little snack. And then we're sitting there, on the couch watching TV. And all of a sudden, he's sitting at the base of the couch whining. He wants to go out again. So, of course, we, take him, open the door, let him out. He roams around the yard for however long he does, and then he's back at the door, whining again, comes in, looks around, maybe plays with a toy or two, whatever, and then he's back to whining again. He's just been exhausting this week, just exhausting. So, anyway, okay, let's see what else we have here. Okay. Oh yes, I can put a gem. I have loads of stickers and all kinds of beautiful things for my gems, but we'll just use this one and we'll put it on, nope, this day because, oh, well, I can put it on both days because I saw them both days. Yep. Where did they go? There they are. So yeah, so we'll just pick, because we're right here. We'll pick a pretty blue one. Let's see, for Saturday, because yep, there we go. Seeing the gems. I already did the, yep, I already did all this, all these, yep. Weather, these were like for Valentine's Day because they have hearts, but I really love the weather things, and I have missed putting them. Oh, we're done. I have missed putting them on my pages, the weather, because yeah, it has been different. We haven't had rain in a super long time. Our grass is, we've been watering our grass and everything because it's so super dry. But anyway, so I think I have all this stuff in here that I need. Now, later on, not with you guys here, but later on, I will have to go back here because I know on like these days, I did talk to my daughter, but I don't have a phone. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So we'll see. But I do like to keep track of that too. So this is so far is my favorite page. I can't wait to maybe to finish it. Maybe over here I'll put like a little sketch of what was in, what's in the garden. Um, yeah, super, super fun. Super fun. I love the way it came out. Yeah. So that's it, guys. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I have this one last thing here on the desk. I got these cookies at the Dollar Tree. I love these, are among my favorites because they're not too sweet, but they satisfy that little sweet tooth. And guess what? It makes a wonderful little tin to hold a variety of things. So there you have that. And I don't think that there's anything else. I don't think. Yeah, so this week I'm hopefully going to be in here finishing out this book, quite honestly, getting these pages done and starting to fill in my journaling, which shouldn't take that much time. So, yeah, so that's how I'm doing it this month. That's just the way it is, right? I think I need a, this is a pocket here. So I'll get a, what's it called? A notepad to put in there. Yeah, I just have to go back and fill in the journaling. This little whoopsie, but it was fixed. So all is well. All is well. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do this week, hopefully. We don't have anything scheduled, which is amazing. Last week, I don't believe we had anything scheduled. Again, amazing. Yeah, my husband and I were able to go out and have a very nice breakfast together, run some errands together, so that was fun. This week coming up, I think the only thing that we have is my dog is getting groomed. Um, and for that, we go out to the island. That's where the groomer is. So we're gonna take him out there. It's early in the morning for an early morning appointment. Sorry. And then my in-laws live out there. So we're gonna go have breakfast with them out on the island. So that'll be nice. Yeah, but no doctor's appointments. And I think even the following week I have no appointments. It's been crazy with no appointments. I don't know. We don't even know what to do with ourselves. So yes. So hopefully that will allow me to have more time to come in here and get some stuff done. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. And oh my word, guess what, guys? It's time to make a new journal as well. Oh my goodness. Yeah. One for May. Hmm. Wow. That's crazy, right? Okay, so that is what I'm going to be doing this week. In terms of videos, I have slowed down on my video making. So, generally speaking, these days I've only been having videos on Mondays and Fridays. So, sorry about that, but it's just the way life goes. Yeah, so look forward to a journal flip through coming up, and then probably the following Friday is going to be my calendar at a glance. So those are what I have planned so far. If I'm able to have or do other videos, create other videos, then that's just icing on the cake, right? So, yeah, I hope y'all have a great rest of your week and a wonderful rest of your day. I thank you so much for spending your time with me. I know how precious time is, and I really appreciate that you choose to spend your time with me. And yeah, I will bid you adieu. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye for now.